Hey guys. All right. So today I just want to talk about a little thing. So obviously I said I'm going to be starting my history series pretty soon. So why history? So to me, history is kind of like the story of humanity. It tells us about, how people are just in general. The story of humanity, both the impious and immoral, the virtuous and evil, the noble, the wretched, so on and so forth. Both ends of the extremes, the plane, all around. And I think that stuff is kind of important because, especially in today's world, people don't actually understand or reflect upon the past. A lot of people also don't even reflect upon their own past or their own actions. And being a very introspective person, I think uh, watching and reflecting on my own actions and past is very important. Sometimes I fail to put that into action, even if I can think about it or, write it down, because I tend to do that a lot. I'll write out, oh, I did this or I did that, and then I'll brainstorm, hmm, maybe this is how I should think about doing that, or maybe that's why I did this, so now I should do that. Um, and this ties in kind of with something I heard recently. Um, from one of the YouTube channels I follow, a priest. He was talking about being like our own kings to our bodies, actually, because, you know, everyone knows, oh, the body's a temple. And obviously, a lot of people understand they don't treat it like that. But the purpose of understanding that properly is um, lost if you don't understand what stewardship is. Now, stewardship is typically understood as how a governor or a ruler will treat or take care of that which is his. We can see this many times in history with poor stewards or great stewards in the terms of kings, emperors, so on and so forth. Um, and so, if you have heard about things like the manosphere and whatnot, or just like um, men like and their circles in general, there's a phrase that goes around like king, just calling each other king. Well, in order to, kind of relate to that, um, if you are to be a king, act like it. Be a steward to your own body. Rule in a kingly manner towards the subject, which is yourself. Especially if you wish to have a real working relationship. How can you expect a, you know, happy, healthy, working relationship if you, the steward of it, are not putting in the effort to foster that? Just like a king cannot expect a people to be, submissive, not in necessarily the sense of they do nothing except for what is told to them, but in the sense that they follow and allow the leader to lead. How should a king expect his subjects to do that if he does not correctly govern and lord over them? You see this many times within history, especially within Roman history, but also within like um, the German states history, like before Germany was a thing, um, where you'll have strong military figures being uncontrollable by the rulers, uh, and how they essentially grasp and lord over all the power and the lands and the people, because a king who cannot, govern himself, aka govern his land, will be governed by those who do not follow his same vision. And to understand that, I guess you could tie it into this. The passions and, demonic influences, the world in general, are those influences that would work against you if you do not properly steward yourself, if you do not properly be the king of your throne. That does not mean to call yourself the king over the king of the throne, meaning the true king above all kings. but that means to understand how to order and dominate in like a normal sense, not a um, evil sense, but control what is within you. And then if you cannot do that, expect to control or gain support from that which is outside you. It is nonsensical. So yeah, I know it's a bit of a mix of stuff I talked about, but hopefully it's some food for thought. Along with my history videos, I might start um, getting back into my like creative writing, like short story stuff. Because right now I just do little writing pieces with uh, things I experience or feel or thoughts I have to try and play that out and make videos sometimes. But I want to maybe start creating short stories that I can um, give in a video form, gain a little bit of insight into what others think of it, just as a way to gauge my ability with a pen. Yeah, that's about it. Thanks for tuning in. Hope you'll have a good evening. Bye.